Hi everyone, welcome to Espoor Explains. Today we'll be looking at the latest dungeon released as of recording this video, Mirage Repeated. This is a fairly fun dungeon with quite a few mechanics to keep track of during the run. For differences between hard mode and normal mode, you are limited to 4 revives in hard mode, whilst normal mode has infinite revives. For a comparison of main rewards, normal gives 20 Agate Genesis, 10 to 20 T1 chip boxes, and 1 T2 chip box. Hard mode, on the other hand, gives 30 Agate Genesis, 20 to 30 T1 chip boxes, and 1 T2 chip box. The reward differential is not that big, so don't be disheartened if you can't clear hard mode. This guide is mostly written from a solo perspective, since I have not played this dungeon much in a party context, but the mechanics should be more or less the same. Mechanics wise, there are certain differences between the two modes, which I will talk about as we get to them. So to start off the stage, we'll have a short DPS check where Tiamat will slowly walk towards Lucy while firing line AoEs down the stage. You will need to deal 10 bars worth of damage to her before she reaches Lucy, otherwise a wipe occurs. This is a fairly easy DPS check to meet, just be wary that the game will spawn you directly in the path of the first line AoE from Tiamat, so move down and head towards her back. Her backside is safe during this phase, and you should be DPSing from there. After this phase is complete, we'll move on to the first main phase of Mirage. You'll have to deal with some basic AoE moves from Tiamat, and mechanics to note down here are Falling Suns. This one is relatively self-explanatory. You just look for the blue safe spot and stay there until the AoE resolves. Tia Eye. This is a don't look at me mechanic. Face away from Tiamat here and eye frame the AoE if you are in range. If you are caught looking at her, you'll get stunned for a while and be vulnerable to her AoE. Tracking AoE, this is a blue or red circle that appears under your character periodically. Blue means that the circle will turn into a donut AoE with your character's position as the safe spot. Red, on the other hand, means that the circle will turn into a standard AoE circle underneath your character, so you'll need to get out. This mechanic can be face tanked on normal mode basically, but you should make an effort to avoid it in hard mode as it applies a bleed effect. So for the bleed effect, this is a hard mode exclusive mechanic. If you're hit by certain AoEs from Tiamat, a bleed will occur to your character. This is indicated by a small red flashing dot above your character's head. There's a chance it can be obscured by your title, so pay attention, I guess. This bleed lasts for a very long time and will actually deal enough damage to outpace pots and pet healing if you leave it on for too long. To cure this bleed, you'll need to grab one of the yellow shards indicated by the green circle underneath them. These spawn beside Lucy, and it's recommended to immediately pick one up as soon as you see the bleed effect come in. At around 50 bars, you'll need to do a spear collection mechanic. Simply just walk through each spear and turn them from red to blue. There's enough timing in this to do it solo. Otherwise, this mechanic should be more or less trivial in a party. At 20 bars, you'll need to do the Drown in the Abyss mechanic. Tiamat will turn off the lights here and teleport randomly to one of 5 possible positions. These are the top, left, right, bottom, or center of the map. Your character will be given a spotlight on top of their head. Here, you just need to sweep through the 5 possible positions and find Tiamat's silhouette, and stand next to her until the AoE goes off and continuing DPSing her down. Once the first phase is down, you want to immediately take the portal that opens. So in this phase of the fight, there will be 2 Tiamats on separate arenas, a purple Tiamat and a red Tiamat. The main body is the purple Tiamat, which is reached via the portal that spawns as we defeat phase 1. Red Tiamat is basically filler at this stage, but you will be sent back to the red arena throughout the various phases of the fight. When this happens, you'll need to deal around half its HP to stun her and reopen the portal to purple Tiamat. The red Tiamat is basically immortal for this fight, so we want to stay on the purple side as much as possible. Occasionally you can get lucky and a mechanic will send you to the purple side without having to kill red Tiamat. Additionally, you will also start seeing purple colored AoEs in addition to red AoEs. The gimmick here is that only the AoE of the Tiamat's color will hurt you. This means on the red Tiamat side, only red AoEs will hurt you, and on the purple Tiamat side, only purple AoEs will hurt you. For hard mode, getting hit by purple AoEs 3 times will send you back to the red side, so you'll need to avoid them if you want to maximize uptime on the purple side. There's 2 additional mechanics here that Tia will throw at you. map-wide falling stars. Here a portal will open up, but don't immediately take it. The safe spot is the arena that is opposite of the AoE color. So purple AoE means go to the red side, and red AoE means go to the purple side. Sometimes after this mechanic resolves, living party members will be randomly teleported to the opposite arena. I haven't really figured out what causes this, so if you know how it works, please drop a comment. The other mechanic here is a spear collection. Here you'll be transported to either the purple or red side, as red and purple spears are set down. You'll need to touch the spears matching the color of the arena. So for the red side you need to touch all the red spears, purple side you need to touch all the purple spears. If you touch a wrong color spear here, it's a wipe. There's also a time limit for this mechanic, like the first spear collection. Exceeding this time limit is also a wipe. The good thing about this mechanic is that you'll be sent to the purple side more often, which provides the party with more uptime if the mechanic is solved correctly. So moving on, at 70 bars we'll get another DPS check phase. This one is much stricter and will probably be easier in a party. Here the party will be sent to the red side arena, although very rarely you'll get placed immediately in the purple side instead. The aim here is to kill the clone that is the same color as the arena you're on. So red side, kill red clone, purple side, kill purple clone. You'll need to kill the purple clone before the red and purple balls touch in the middle, and the time limit here is actually relatively tight. So what you want to do is you want to kill the red clone whilst avoiding the red AoEs, then take the portal and kill the purple clone while dodging the purple AoEs. If your party damage is lacking like me here, you'll probably only have enough time to kill the red clone. So the uptime strategy here is to use ultimate to avoid the white move and stay on the purple side. At around 50 bars we'll get into the Toho Danmaku phase. This one is fairly simple. You'll need to take the portal back to the red side, avoid all the balls and pick up any blue balls that are heading towards red tier. If any blue ball touches red tier, it's a wipe. In my opinion, don't play this mechanic as it's very tedious. My recommendation here is just allowing the wipe to happen unless you're on hard mode and need the extra life. If you didn't use your ult for the previous mechanic, the uptime strategy here is similar, which is to stay on the purple side and ulti to dodge the wipe. At 30 bars we get to the victory lap. Here Lucy will basically bind up tier for us to have our way with her. Here you just need to dodge the incoming line AoEs while DPSing down the last 30 bars. The line AoEs alternate between vertical and horizontal lines, with a single line as a safe spot. Normal ends here, once you defeat Tia, but hard mode will have a final mechanic where Lucy and Tiamat face off. You'll need to basic attack Lucy's shield forward until she wins, while dodging the many red AoEs that will pop up. The amount you need to push feels random at times, but typically the shield needs to push a bit over halfway. You will get lucky runs where you instantly win after 1 or 2 basic attacks though. And that's basically it for Mirage Repeated. Good luck with your runs. Let me know in the comments anything I missed or what you'd like me to make videos on in the future. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.